So this week I've got my hands on the Amazon Leo Pro terminal. It's a great little device. Look at this thing. 400 meg down, 100 meg up, I think they're saying for this, although that's yet to be proven, of course, and I will be installing this later on to have a play. But I wanted to talk about what Amazon Leo means to me and what it should mean to Ven and therefore to our customers. Leo from Amazon, it's very easy to shrug and go meh. They're late to the game. They don't have as many satellites. It's a different, they're never going to catch Starlink up, and all of those things are right. Maybe partially right. Certainly today, they don't have the same number of satellites, and it would be a very difficult thing to catch Starlink up or SpaceX up when it comes to the volume of satellites in the sky. And of course, it's the volume of the satellites that run in parallel to how much bandwidth is available over the service, and therefore how many customers you can have. But if we looked at pure satellite bandwidth availability, if we looked at coverage alone, we're missing the big story here around Amazon Leo. This is not just another Leo satellite service provider, it's an organization that works in a very different way to the existing Leo provider. And it's evident from purely the box that arrived and how this was packaged, and indeed the onboarding process that we're having as partners. It's extraordinarily detailed, questions are being answered, the support is there, and there are no surprises here. The only thing that surprised us is an extension of the timeline when there were issues with launches or the launch schedule. The actual product and service, how it's working, how we're going to manage it, the API integration, all of that has been dramatically clear from the start. More so than my personal experience working with SpaceX and Starlink. And that's because they're two very different companies. I am in awe of how Starlink and SpaceX built, or how SpaceX really built the Starlink network and infrastructure and terminals. And when you see the scale of manufacturing, when you see their appetite and determination to be the very best at this, they're impossible not to be inspired by and to be in awe of, okay? But their approach, this very lean approach to managing the channel and to product and service development, is a double-edged sword. It means that things happen very quickly and you get improvements of service very quickly, and there are leaps of capability as you go from one hardware revision to the next, and as you go from 1 month to the next sometimes. But it is also at times a little bit chaotic. And my entire experience of Amazon so far, working with them, the Amazon Leo team, is that lack of chaos. It's controlled, it's measured, it's thoughtful, and it's quietly determined. And in a fight, you can be fast and dangerous, or you can be stoic and determined. And I'm not sure which one would win in that scenario. And indeed, what's nice is that we don't have to pick a winner or a loser, at least not for me, not for Ven, not for our customers. Because what we want to do is we want to take Amazon Leo and we want to take Starlink, and we want to put these things side by side in enclosures, on roofs, and we want to combine them with clever technologies to deliver bonded Leo solutions that are massively reliable and super resilient. How fantastic will it be to have bandwidth and networking from both of these companies, and to be able to fail over seamlessly between them for your enterprise applications and services. It's going to be fantastic. And let's talk about networking briefly. Amazon are obviously leaning very heavily into their Amazon Web Services infrastructure, data centers, environments, interconnectivity. And the way that routing is going to work on Amazon Leo is going to be very interesting, in that straight from the outset we can do private routing from the terminal, from the deployed terminal straight through to Amazon Web Services, compute and networking. And that opens up some interesting ideas. Now, of course, we can do exactly the same thing on Starlink, But it isn't quite the same, is it? Because in terms of Starlink, we can do private routing from the edge into a data center where Starlink is currently present. And then we can route from there on our own infrastructures into our own routing and compute and then onwards into customer environments. But it's a bit of a multi-hop kind of process, and there's complexity there that needs to be managed. Amazon, if I'm running compute on Amazon Web Services, the traffic from the remote peer on one of these terminals can pop up straight into that same network segment as the service that I'm currently running. So latency should be lower, the complexity should be lower, potentially the security could be higher because of it. And certainly it gives a great contrast in ability between the two services. Now, what we're going to be doing at Venn is offering fully private LEO bonded services. So you can run your OT networks, you can run your secure infrastructure from your edge over bonded Starlink and Amazon LEO into your data center via one of our locations. So we are taking away the complexity of combining Starlink and Amazon together, and we will deliver an endpoint to you either physically or over a VPN into your data center, wherever that may be. That could be your own physical location, it could be Amazon Web Services, it could be any of the other hosting providers. Additionally, because it's our network and our network infrastructure that we're deploying, we can do Starlink, Amazon, and bonded 5G all in one pipe, if you like, one private pipe. So a bonded connection, multiple technologies, private end-to-end. And that's going to open up some opportunities. We already do a lot of work with teleoperated vehicles, autonomous fleets, and those things are operational tech. So isolating them, running them over private networks, adding those layers of security and protection are massively important. And this now lets us do that seamlessly across all those different technologies. But there's other things too, energy sector, water and public services, that type of thing, that would benefit from both a mix of technologies for resilience and redundancy, but also that private connection. So really excited about what Amazon LEO is bringing to the table, really interested to see how they evolve, very proud to be one of their first partners actively playing, testing and proving the solution with them. And this year we're going to see some really incredible technologies, topologies and network designs come from this ability to combine multiple LEO and 5G together. Thank you.